Luke Wright, it goes without saying that was a terrific game of cricket. Just a shame there weren't 6,000 people here to watch it.
Yeah, I think it'd have been a cracker, wouldn't it, for everyone? And if I think there'd been a lot of cheering, a lot of sixes, a lot of broken windows. But yeah, that's where it's really disappointing when you do have a game that goes to the last couple of balls and you don't have the crowd, especially here because they get really into it at the end. It's a shame, but hopefully people watching at home and watching on the stream or listening to yourself and got a good feel for it. But great to get a win.
Was it a little closer than you thought it might be at one stage, Luke?
Yeah, I think, obviously they finished so strong. I was at one point thinking they might be at 140, 150. So to get up to where they did, obviously credit to the two that came in right at the end, and Fuller especially played some great shots. But in a way that gave you a lot of hope as well. We knew it was a short boundary this end. So really we just kept saying we'll keep targeting this end and do what we can the following end. And obviously when you're batting with Phil, he's going to score quickly until I decided to run him out. That put us under a bit of pressure. But, I think in T20 it can soon change, and that's what happened really. It put us under a little bit more pressure once he got out. But the guys did it really well, a little bit closer than we probably wanted it to be, but still it's good to have a run out that tight and get over. And for Finchy as well, he's not played a lot of games for us, and it's easy to underestimate how hard it is to come in that situation and hit that boundary is great for him, and I'm sure he'll take a lot of confidence from it.
And David Wiesler as well. I mean, he barely, as most of you, haven't played much cricket, and I guess just coming out of quarantine and all the rest of it.
Yeah, well, he's been very similar to me. I mean, going into myself, it was sort of 9 months since I played cricket, and same for him. And he said, while he's been furloughed in South Africa, he's not been able to pick up the battle ball. So he's literally come straight over here, quarantined, and then literally straight in. So he was, first time I've seen Davey look as nervous as he was, but it shows the class of the man to be able to come in and play that sort of knock.
Let's talk about the bowling, because Danny Briggs, perhaps the standout bowler, 3 for 17.
I'd say it time and time again, for all our superstars we always have, Danny's the one person that is always reliable, and he's one of the best bowlers. I think he's obviously the highest wicket taker in the comp, and he just keeps showing it year and year why he's one of the best. And he doesn't get the recognition he deserves, and that's why I always try to say what a great competitor he is, and I love having him around, and I hope he's here for a long time in the future. And
in terms of the players, so how difficult has it been during this period, Luke? Because I've seen during the Bob Willis Trophy matches you guys are doing shuttle runs and all sorts of things, but how difficult is it to do that but you're not playing any cricket?
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, credit to the coaches, have tried to do everything they can, and we have got some white ball only players, so it's been quite nice for me to get to the games because it means I don't have to face Millsy anymore, which has been horrible preparation, really, having him the whole time. But, the guys are good, they're experienced cricketers. We've had Ravi obviously come here, who's played, I think it's 360 games of T20 cricket. So the actual training we've had has been a really good high standard, and it's, in a way, that's been probably why we've been able to come in and do all right. But I suppose it's just trying to rely on the sort of experience you have as a player and just try and find a way and start to compete again.
And just in terms of Ravi Bupara, new to the team, what does he bring to the dressing room, Luke?
Well, as I said, huge amount of experience. I mean, his bowling is great for us to have. I mean, again, always playing against him, he's always competitive when he bowls. He's different. He's that sort of medium pace, taking the pace off. We've actually lacked probably in our side that change-up pace, especially when there are short boundaries here. It's not always easy to bowl spin. So for someone like him, using experience as he did today, and then he's one of the best finishers with the bat in the game. And although he hasn't got off to probably the start he'd like to, but if he can win and he hasn't, that's even better, because once he gets in form, we were on the other end of it last year, and we saw how he won the competition, him and Tenduskarta last year. So look, he's a great addition for us. And if we can get him off and running this comp, it's a great addition for us.
And in terms of your bowling, you used 6 bowlers, but you didn't use David Wiesler, you didn't have to use Delray Rawlins. That must give you great flexibility as well.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about going to Del. Del's been working really hard in his bowling, and he's really coming good. And it's something we've stressed to him. If he can be a great option and learn off someone like Danny while he can, that's only going to be good for us. But yeah, it's a nice thing to look round and know you have options. I was sort of, again, going back to Wies, he's only just arrived. He's been in his bedroom waiting for quarantine to finish. So I think he was quite pleased I didn't ask him to bowl. But it gives him a chance tomorrow to have another little trundle. And if I need him, then obviously it's another experienced player to go to.
Up and running, Luke, but game's coming thick and fast now. Middlesex at Lords on Tuesday. What are your thoughts looking ahead to that? And indeed, going back to Lords?
Well, it's always nice to play at Lords. It's always special, isn't it? But yeah, I think, look, the earlier you can get on a roll, we know it's a shortened competition. I think there's likely to be rained off games, and so the earlier you can get on a run, and hopefully if we can get another couple of wins before the break, that 4-day day comes, obviously that'd be a great advantage. But I think for all of us, we felt very, very rusty going into this competition. and we said, look, we know we're short of a race, so to speak. So to get a win, have an outing the other day, although it rained, is actually good for us. So get a few games under our belt, and hopefully we can keep performing well.